Hey, this is Emily from Emily Plans Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a highlight page for my travel planner. I'm going to be making one for our Paris trip that we took in April. So first I went through and looked at all our pictures and some notes I'd made from that trip and just figured out how many things I wanted to highlight. These are somewhat organized by day, but not exactly. So I was a bit liberal with that. Like, for instance, when we walked around the 5th, that's where the Emily in Paris apartment was, but I want to highlight that separately. And then we had my birthday was Friday when we were there, so we actually had gone to Versailles that day and then had dinner that night, but that dinner is something I want to highlight separately. So, and then number 10 here, we had, just some different foods and stuff that we ate the whole time we were there. So I kind of combined all of those. So the way I want to start this is I'm going to use some stickers here, some alpha stickers to spell out Paris. And then I think I'm going to go with these black boxes here, this size, to kind of scatter them on the page. And then I've got a bunch of stickers planned out on how I can highlight some of these. I don't have stickers for all of them, and that's okay. It might get a little too busy if I did have a sticker for everything. So I'm just going to put a few things here and there and try to make it look cute. So let's go. All right, I'm going to make some room here, get rid of these, and start with figuring out the letters. Okay, so I want to write, I think I'm just going to write Paris, and then below it I'll write April 2023. So now I just have to figure out which stickers. I do tend to take my letter stickers out of the sticker books they're from, because that's just not where I think to look for them. Sometimes I actually use these in scrapbooking too, so I definitely don't want to have to go through a bunch of books to find those. And these are roughly color coded. And then these are kind of like more neutral. This might be pretty because I am doing black and maybe some gold boxes. I'm not sure if I want to do all black or a combination of black and gold. So I think I'll use these. Just need to open them and make sure I have all the stickers to write out Paris. So Paris. Perfect. And whenever I use stickers like this, I start in the middle and work myself both ways. That way it's like more centered. It may not be perfect because, it's fine if it's not. But this way at least they're evenly spaced and not like all on one side or the other. So, okay, just going to write out Paris. This is the first page like this I've made, so I do have a couple other trips. I made a list the other day, so I've got a couple other trips that I'm going to want to do this for, so this way I'll figure out what works and what I need to fix for next time. I do like the thought of using, a bunch of Happy Planner stickers to represent the activities or the places we went and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of fun. All right, let me make sure. Looks pretty good. This is a little bit close, so we're going to try to move this over. Okay, so Paris, and I will write, let me find a marker here. Okay. All right, so let me find a skinny box if I've got one here. This is not exactly, this is like a little sticker book I've made. I just gathered like certain colors together and put them all in those DIY sticker books from the Happy Planner. That, again, is just an easier way. Like, I know some people don't take their sticker books apart, and then some do. I don't take all of mine apart, but when there's certain themes, like those letters or certain, like, solid color sheets of stickers, it just makes more sense to me to look for these in one place rather than trying to remember which book might have had the right color and stuff like that. So I do what works for me. Let me know how you do that, and we'll see if anybody likes to do that the way I do, or if you're anti chopping up your books, whatever works for you. All right, so I do think that I kind of want to maybe mix up the black and white boxes here just for a little variety. So trying to get this thing. Sometimes these DIY books are a little bit hard to handle. They want to like have the mind of their own and go all over the place. So I'm just going to scatter these, and I need, let me see, I think it was 10. Let me check my list. Yeah, 10. Okay, so I'm going to figure out where 10 of these can go. Again, most of them are going to have some stickers, but not all of them. So, you know, I'll leave some room for some, and then others can be a little more crowded and it'll be okay because they won't have anything by them. And I'm not, you know, trying to make these like even or anything like that. So I'm just trying to make them be all over the page. Okay, so there's 5, and this will be number 6. All right, 8. All right, 9. Okay, we're starting to run out of room here. 1, 2, 3. Let me move a couple of these down. Make sure we have enough room. I did consider using a lined piece of paper for this because I thought it might be easier to make sure these are straight, because some of these definitely are not. So let me try to, sometimes you can see it better like from the side. I don't know about you, but let's see. And also it may not matter a ton once I get some of the little other stickers around. You may not notice so much that if they're a little bit off, that'll be okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 2 more. We'll do one here, and then another black one. Okay, and move this a little bit more. Once they get down, it'll be good. Just figuring out where they all are gonna fit. I just don't really want them to be like lined up with each other, you know, like in perfect columns or anything. So that's why I'm being a little particular here. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna move this just to make sure everything's straight-ish, or as straight as I want it to be anyway. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but it is a little weird at this angle trying to keep it on camera and show you, and yet be able to see what I'm doing. So, okay. Okay. I think that will just about be good enough here. And again, I've got 3 up here and 7 at the bottom. Okay, so done with those boxes. And then for my stickers, I did go through and kind of make a list of where some stickers were, and then I marked them using these little I don't know, tiny Post-it note sort of things, so that I could remember where everything was. So the first is going to be the Eiffel Tower, and I actually marked it in a couple spots. There was 2 different ones. This is an older book called Going Places from Wrong Wrong collab, and still one of my favorite books. I think I might have had 2 of these. I can't remember, but I really like that collaboration. It was really fun. So, all right. So we'll go with a black one, I think. Maybe I'll put like my top 3 up here. Let me figure out what those would be. So probably my birthday dinner. We'll say the Eiffel Tower. And then I really had fun with the Emily in Paris one, but I don't actually have a ton of stuff to put on that. So I'll do Disneyland Paris. So those will be my top 3. And I'm going to put this little Eiffel Tower sticker over here. Not sure. I think that'll work okay without having to white anything out. So put that. And then there's just a little bit of sticker falling off the side there. So we'll get rid of that. And then for the next one was the Disneyland Paris. That'll be my other highlighted one. So for that one, I have a couple of books I'm going to look at. Of course, there's Mickey Mouse stuff, and there are absolutely tons of, I mean, Disneyland Paris is probably one of the most beautiful parks that I've been to, and they had a ton of flowers. So I thought of these might have been part of like a Be Happy box or something, or it came around the same time. So I'm thinking I'm going to use one of these stickers up here. These are a little bit harder for me to use because I tend to get a bit stuck with the big size stickers. They definitely do work on a classic size sheet, but sometimes they're a little bit too big. So I tend to struggle with those, but one way that works is just to cut things down. So I'm going to do this. Was thinking these little flowers just could kind of peek over the top here. And so we've got Mickey and Minnie. And then the other thing that is fabulous at Disneyland Paris is they have, Alice has a labyrinth there, and it is just the funnest thing. So I think these were pretty good size for the box, but I'm going to trim these stickers a little bit because I don't want the words with it. So I'm going to include a couple of these, of course, Alice, and then there's also like a whole Queen of Hearts thing there in the labyrinth, and there's like a photo op where you can stick your head through like you're one of the cards that when I think they were like standing on each other's shoulders, so it's pretty cute. Got a picture of my husband there. All right, so we'll put Alice over here to maybe right here. And then also want to trim down the cards because they were super cute. All right. Okay. So put those down and then figure out, there's a little bit of color here I need to trim off. This was from part of the words, so I think it's a little bit distracting. Get rid of that. Okay, and then these hearts can go somewhere. We'll put them over here to the side. Okay, and then the third thing I wanted to highlight was my birthday dinner, and I really, so this restaurant is absolutely my favorite, but I could not find, this is like a steak frites place. Absolutely could not find a sticker of steak, which I guess makes sense because I don't know how you're going to make steak look cute out of a book like this, but obviously I could not find anything, so that's okay. There are some fry stickers, but I don't know, they don't exactly, like, the vibe isn't exactly right. I can't find them, of course, right now, but they're like in a little basket, and I just don't think that that's very French looking. So we'll just keep it like this for now. And then I am gonna use this same marker. This is like a Sharpie. I'm just gonna write what these things were. So this was our day at Disneyland Paris. And then here I want to remember taking the Metro number 6 to Trocadero. It is a place where you can get some Eiffel Tower views. It's really cool. It's like, there's like a big flat area. You see pictures, like a lot of times when people take those pictures of, they're all dressed up and there's like no one else around and the Eiffel Tower's in the distance, or there's some pictures people take on steps. That's at Trocadero. So I really liked taking that. That Metro line is really cool too, because if you sit on a certain side, you like are going and there's buildings, and then all of a sudden the Eiffel Tower is like right there. So it's a very cool scenic route to take. And then let me put for my birthday, this restaurant, which I absolutely do not know how to say the name of. My husband and I went to it 3 years ago when we went to Paris, and I'm not kidding y'all. These steak frites were the absolute best, and I had been like dreaming of that restaurant and wanting to go back since the first time we went. So, yeah, it was good. All right. So next we've got, I've got a couple that I don't really have anything to put. So one of them was the Wall of Love and Sacred Heart Cathedral in the Montmartre neighborhood. So I'm going to choose one of these boxes that is a little close to something else. Like for that one with the Wall of Love, it was actually in Emily in Paris, but it's like a wall where they have love written in a ton of different languages. So it's a really cute place for a quick picture. And then it's in that same neighborhood. So let me write that. And I'll find a little heart sticker to put with that. Another one, this was a place that my husband wanted to go to. It was the Basilica of St. Denis, and this is where like a ton of royalty was buried, or entombed, I guess you would say. So that was really cool because you got to see the different styles of the kings and, you know, how they were remembered back in the day. So this, I really didn't know where to find a crown, but then I thought of the Disney princesses. So I know there's probably more than one, but this one worked with just a little crown here for, in blue there. And then, all right, so got that one. Okay, then there was another day when we went to the Emily in Paris apartment. We also walked around the Fifth, and you know, we just walked around. We saw the Pantheon. We had lunch. Kind of a chill day. We actually got in line to get a croissant from this award-winning bakery, but they were sold out and weren't going to have any more for like an hour, so we didn't get back over there. So that was okay. But it was fun. All right, so we'll do Emily in Paris down here. So that was really cool. I got to take pictures in front of her apartment. There's a little fountain there, and then also the restaurant where her friend works. So that was really cool. It is actually a restaurant, although it's not called what it is in the show, of course. And then, let's see, let's look for, okay, at, on the Champs, we went you know, window shopping. Actually didn't buy any super expensive stuff this time. First time I went to Paris, I did treat myself to a Louis Vuitton Neverfull. And actually bought it on the Chan's, which is their flagship store, so I really like that. But this time there was a super long line every time we kind of like walked by there and really didn't need anything. So I will put, this little sticker is from Going Places, and it's the Arc de Triomphe. It's looking more crooked. Let's see, straighten that up a little bit. Okay. Something different. Yeah, okay. So there's that one. And then I'm thinking this one right here, I'll do all the food. So we probably had a ham and cheese crepe like 3 times while we were there. They were so good, just right there on the street. We could buy them anywhere. And they make a really quick and easy and delicious lunch. So we had that a couple times. Of course, I had macarons. Now, my husband is not a fan, so all for me. So like that. And then we also had this dish called raclette, which I mean, I had never heard of it before. It's sort of like fondue, but backwards. It's like they put this big piece of cheese in a little thing that melts it, and then you spoon it onto whatever you're eating. We had some of the best pizza we have literally ever had at this one restaurant. It was actually pretty close to our house, or to our hotel that we were staying at. And then for that raclette, I'm just going to put, what we had was like a type of Swiss cheese. So I'm going to put that here. And I don't have one for a crepe, so we won't put anything there. And I do have some macarons. These are all from the food sticker book. Let's see. We'll go with this pink one because I really enjoy like the raspberry flavors. Those are always really good. And I'll also put this one just so you can like see the side of it. It looks pretty cute. But I'm going to cut it down a little bit so that it's not taking up so much room. Probably cut that at the wrong angle a little bit. That'll work. Okay, so there's my food stuff. And Versailles was somewhere else we went. I'll put that over here. So Versailles was a really cool place, beyond overwhelming. Did not quite do enough research before I went there. Like, I knew it was massive, but I don't think I really knew how massive it was. It was unbelievable. It was also super rainy that day, so it was an interesting trip. I would go again. Might want to go at a different time of year though, because the gardens weren't really in bloom and stuff like that. I'm also putting this little train sticker because, of course, we took the metro and the RERs everywhere when we went to Paris, went around Paris. But the train there was, we actually had to find an alternate route. So there was a major power outage in the city, and we had to end up taking a bus part of the way. It's not scary, but it was like, oh my gosh, what do we do when we all had to get off the train because it stopped, and, you know, they're not exactly giving English directions. So it was a challenge for sure. And then, but we did get there, so it was fine. And then I'm going to write the 5th here. So we did lunch, the Pantheon, and St. Severin Church. We went into several churches that we just kind of stumbled upon as we were walking around, which was super fun because, I mean, you just like turn a corner and there's a huge, huge church from like the 12th century. You don't find that here, obviously. So it was neat. Okay, so I am also just going to take a few stickers that I find, like this little baguette, put that down. There are some other stickers here from the Going Places. I'm going to see if this Bonjour will fit. Got some empty space here. Yes, it will. I'll put that there. This little heart, I know I needed a heart for the Wall of Love. And hope this doesn't drive y'all crazy. Apparently it doesn't me. Like, I don't care a bit to mix, like, rose gold, gold, you know, there might even be silver on there. Doesn't bother me a bit. For the Emily in Paris, I am gonna, even though I already put Bonjour, no, let's see. Actually, I think there was a sticker of a beret over here. Yeah, so that will work because Emily is a little bit cheesy over there, which I love. Now I'm just going to get the sticker up. Let's see. Okay, so we'll put that right here. Sticker. Actually, on its own, I don't even know if that really looks like a beret. So we'll go back to that original one here. Let's see where it was. Okay, and we'll just have Bonjour on there twice. That's fine. Okay. Put that over here. Okay. What else could I put here? I think I'm done with that page. And then, so these, I just thought some of these over here on the side might work. Maybe. Yeah, I'll put this little yay. That's pretty cute. I'll put that here because I did really like that metro ride. That was fun. And let's see, nothing here. I wasn't sure if I might have room for one of these girls, but I don't think it really goes, so I don't want to use that now. And thought about using this passport one, but I don't think I want that anymore either. I also like this sticker that says Paris is always a good idea, but no Parisian is walking around with a coffee, so I really couldn't get on board with that. Let me get the sticker here of the espresso and the croissant, because our hotel did include, our package did include breakfast every morning. They actually have really, really good food. It was, you know, like a fresh croissant, and we had like an espresso machine where we got to make coffee every day. Cheese, meats, things like that. It was really good. So we ate there, I think, every morning because it was included. Why not? All right. So I think that is about it. That kind of sums up our trip, takes care of every, you know, the big highlights. Not every single thing, but most of them. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm going to grab my travel planner. And I did move a few things around in this. I'll try to link my setup video, but I did move a couple things around. So I'll just find the Paris tab. And this was where I had it on a different divider at first, but I moved it around, and I'll try to show that in another video. But for this one, I'm going to go to my year tab, which was this year, 2023. Go ahead and pop that in, and then I'll be able to look back on that and enjoy. All right, thanks for coming along with me as I made this little highlight page. I hope you're inspired, and I can't wait to make more. Thanks. If you don't already, go on So thanks for coming along with me as I made this little highlight page. I do think it turned out super cute. I'm looking forward to, remembering that as I go along here and look back through my travel planner. If you don't already, hit subscribe and then follow me over on Instagram at Emily Plans Life. Thanks. Have a great day.